In the beginning, the land of Canaan, fertile valleys surrounded by deserts, was home to early civilizations, kingdoms, and nomadic tribes. Among them arose a people who would shape the destiny of faith itself, the Israelites. Their story begins with Abraham, a man called by God to leave his home in Ur and journey westward into the unknown. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the patriarchs, laid the foundation of a covenant with the divine. Jacob's 12 sons became the progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel, each tribe carrying its own identity, territory, and destiny. But prosperity turned into oppression. The Hebrews were enslaved by Pharaoh, their freedom stripped, their labor exploited. It was in this crucible of suffering that the story of Moses, the liberator, emerged. The Exodus was a turning point. Against impossible odds, Moses led his people out of Egypt, across the Red Sea, into the desert. 40 years of wandering forged their identity, teaching obedience, resilience, and faith. On Mount Sinai, the 10 Commandments were given, laws that would define not only Israel, but the moral framework of countless civilizations. After Moses' death, Joshua led the Israelites into Canaan, a land of walled cities and entrenched civilizations. Through strategy, courage, and faith, they conquered Jericho and established themselves not as a single nation, but as a confederation of tribes. Life under the judges was turbulent. Leaders rose during times of crisis, delivering Israel from enemies. Yet internal divisions and rivalries made unity fragile. It was in this time that the people demanded a king, a central authority to unite them. David, a shepherd-turned-warrior, succeeded Saul. Capturing Jerusalem, he established the city as the political and spiritual capital, uniting the tribes under one kingdom. His son, Solomon, would build the first temple, a magnificent center of worship, culture, and learning. A golden age of Israel. But unity was fleeting. After Solomon's death, the kingdom split into Israel in the north and Judah in the south, leaving the land vulnerable to foreign empires. The northern kingdom of Israel fell to the Assyrians in 722 BCE. The 10 tribes were scattered, lost to history, remembered only in prophecy. Judah survived longer, but in 586 BCE, Babylon conquered Jerusalem, destroying the first temple and exiling the people. In exile, the Jewish people transformed. Synagogues became centers of worship, the Torah was codified, and identity was preserved through faith and tradition. When Cyrus the Great of Persia conquered Babylon, Jews were allowed to return, rebuild Jerusalem, and erect the Second Temple, a renewed symbol of resilience and devotion. Under Hellenistic rule, Israel faced assimilation and resistance. The Maccabean revolt in 167 BCE became a defining moment, a fight for religious freedom that echoes today in the celebration of Hanukkah. The Romans arrived in 63 BCE, asserting control over Israel. Tensions grew, culminating in the Great Jewish Revolt of 66 to 70 CE. Jerusalem fell, and the Second Temple was destroyed, forever changing Jewish life and identity. Even in exile, Judaism thrived. Synagogues, scholarship, and mysticism preserved faith across generations. From Spain to Persia, Jews maintained traditions, adapted to new societies, and endured persecution while keeping hope alive for a return to their homeland. The 19th century saw the rise of Zionism, a political and spiritual movement to reclaim the ancestral homeland. Waves of immigrants began settling in Palestine, buying land, establishing farms, schools, and communities, despite opposition from existing populations and colonial powers. The horrors of the Holocaust, the genocide of 6 million Jews during World War II, made the quest for a homeland urgent. On May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence. Celebrations were met with immediate conflict, as neighboring states launched war to prevent the establishment of the new state. Since then, Israel has faced wars, negotiations, and a constant struggle for security and recognition. From the Six-Day War to peace treaties with Egypt and Jordan, Israel's story continues to be one of survival, resilience, and innovation. Today, it is a nation of contrasts, ancient and modern, sacred and secular, technological and spiritual. The history of Israel is a tapestry woven with faith, struggle, exile, and return. It is a story of resilience, identity, and hope. From Abraham to modern leaders, from exile to statehood, Israel stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of a people, their faith, and their connection to a land that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the suffering of generations, and the triumph of belief. To understand Israel is to understand the human journey, our capacity for survival, our devotion to ideals, and our unyielding hope for the future. Its history is not only the story of a people, but the story of humanity itself.